I thought I'd do a video on finding your soulmate. A lot of what we want to attract, you have to kind of ask the universe and let them know this is what I'm looking for. Um, I wanted to, you know, get paid for what I'm doing, and it didn't show up until I actually asked for it. I was also looking at some other videos, and this guy has this thing that makes logic sense, would help you sleep better. And I can see that it's really, really hard to shut my brain off. And I know there's a lot of vibrations going on, like that's coming from me and that's being, attracted in the universe, and it's affecting my sleep. And this contraption I can see makes a lot of logic sense. So I asked the guy, want to build me one? And I said, if it works for me, I'll be your biggest salesperson. If this is how you want to earn your living, is by making these things that improve people's lives, I'd be your biggest supporter. I cannot sell something, I cannot recommend anything unless I really know it improves life and the life experience. And so as it turns out, this guy's going to build one and make one for me. And I'm kind of noticing this pattern that the only way you're going to get what you want is you have to announce it to the world. You can't just sit there and say, waiting for it to show up. And I'm noticing a lot of things about relationships, and a lot of us are lonely and we want to attract a partner so we can experience and share the loving experience. The only way you can know you are loved is if you're loving something else and sharing that love with somebody else. And I kind of know my life partner is going to be one special guy. And I kind of know that I would never run into him until I was ready, until I fell into what my purpose is. I knew I was dealing with a lot of struggles and, raising kids, and the last thing I needed was some guy that's not going to understand my family dynamic and push himself. It would have taken a really, really strong guy to understand what was going on and not increase the challenges that I was dealing with. Plus, my life attention was on my children. I couldn't love another guy and put that love on somebody else when my children were dealing with a lack of love in their experiences. So I couldn't even take 1 ounce of the love that I had away from my children and build another relationship. It just didn't make any sense to me. And you know what? Created the reality just because of that belief. Was there a guy out there that would have been, perfect and complemented the hell that we were going on? Probably. But I wouldn't have been able to recognize it because I didn't have a comprehension that that was even available. And I'm noticing that, we're developing a lot of these books that say how to attract the perfect guy, or, the guy how to get a girl. And what we're doing is creating these rules to be something you're not, just so that you can attract that guy. And that seems to be rather insane, because while you put on these masks, while you're putting on this act that, okay, this is who I am, don't you like me? Aren't you attracted to me? And then as soon as you get that ring on your finger and you make those commitments to yourself, you can relax and start being yourself. And then the next thing you know, after you spend a couple of years with each other, it's like, you ain't the person I married. So I think the golden rule in finding the partner that you want, you have to be as much of yourself as possible. And your partner has to be strong in himself. Like for me, um, I suppose I'm not going to attract the perfect guy for me until I am the perfect me myself. And I also have the courage to say, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and ask for it. So I'm making that video that says, okay, I'm ready. The life partner can show up. And what I'm looking for is definitely want to be attracted to the guy that I'm with. I want to, like, man, there's a guy I want, and I want to be looking at somebody that I find attractive for the rest of my life. Got to be a guy that isn't interested in growing old together, because I don't want to grow old. I want to grow young. So I'm looking for somebody that loves youth, um, that takes care of his body, um, and is, somebody that I can work out with, keep physical, try new things all of the time, and basically work at being youthful. Did the poverty thing, and every one of us are going to be living in poverty, but I am not attracted to anybody that I gotta save and feed, and did that, done that, not going to do that again. So you got to kind of be resourceful, um, know how to survive, and work as a team to survive in this new dynamics that we're creating on a global experience. um, Definitely would be attracted to somebody who has have wealth, but there's a big problem for me. How did you attract your wealth? Did you? I'm seeing patterns that the only way anybody's got money today is they actually did some harm to other people. So if it was somebody that does have wealth, it would be like, you better have a lot of fun giving to the world now, because I don't think I'd be comfortable with somebody that has that big, huge house and not recognize the poverty that big, huge house created. So it would have to be somebody that's, more of a giver, and actually have the open mind to know how to give effectively, and not just, the way we do these nonprofits right now are all about band-aids and how can I profit off of a band-aid, while sustaining a lot of the problems that you claim you want to fix. Um, so I'm putting it out there. Want that like partner? Where are you? Where are you hiding from? And I'm gonna try and keep my eyes open. You gotta be, focused on your mind being healthy, focused on your body being healthy. You're doing what you need to do to keep yourself in good shape and keep me attracted to you. Just like that's what I do. I want to be young, so I do what I need to do to keep young. Kind of working on trying to stay in shape, and I want to do a lot more. Would even be better to be with a partner in doing that. But I've already fallen into who I want to be, and whoever I'm attracting, you've got to have been doing it on your own, not just realizing it and are going to now do it. It's like you already kind of did it, and like I'm not into I need to teach a guy how to live. I'm looking for somebody who already knows how to live and just wants to expand on that, and grow, and is sort of at one with the same things that I'm doing, that sort of gets me. And the only way you can get me is you share the same belief systems as I do, and there's no I need to teach you, because you already know. And that's what I'm suggesting, that, all of us, you got to sort of put it out there what it is you're looking for. Don't pretend to be somebody you're not. Yeah, you're going to be different than everybody else when you fall into who you are. We're all scared to be who we are. We all got to be the same as everybody else, so we get this acceptance feeling. And it's like, be daring, be who you are, want to be, be yourself. And you'll find that when you are yourself, you'll find that people will accept you, because we kind of all want to be different. And as soon as we see somebody that's strong in being themselves, that's completely different than anybody else, we tend to kind of follow you. So there it is. I'm putting it out there. Now, it's not a matter of everybody say, hey, pick me, pick me. Definitely not interested in anybody a lot younger than me, because age doesn't really matter, but it's not the mother son thing that I want to create, and I'm not there to teach you, and You know, I'm not, what do they call it, a cougar? All of those little terminologies and the meanings that it has behind there, that ain't me. So let's see what happens after this video. Peace out.